I'm going to cover a question that I get asked a lot, and that question is, how do I talk about a gap in my experience section on LinkedIn? I'm going to show you a way to write about your experience gap in a way that makes you feel positive and empowered and in control. Being in charge of how people view that gap starts with how you view that gap. If you view this as something to be embarrassed about or even ashamed of, I think a reframe is in order. Most people have had a break from work at some stage, whether it's been planned or unplanned. There will be some value that you've gained out of your career gap, even if it's just time for a slowdown or contemplation. It's super helpful to reflect on what you've learned or gained from this gap period, because there might be many more things than what you initially think. As a general rule, what you write about that experience gap or that career gap depends on your end goal in finding a job. You may have done some volunteer work in your career break. You want to have that taken seriously as part of your professional experience, as it might position you for a career change. Describe it in the same way you would describe your professional experience, and put it in your experience section on LinkedIn. If you've had a career break, try talking about it positively and embrace all that it's given you and all that you've learned from it. One of my clients wrote a paragraph similar to this when he had almost 18 months out of the paid workforce. He was travelling. Spent this time on a refresh and recharge and exploring many of the places I dreamed about going as a kid. I had an absolute blast trekking in Nepal, learning the language with the locals, and discovering the joy of hot showers after 10 days on the trail. What did I learn? I learned that despite many language and cultural differences, that we're all the same in many ways. I learned that learning is not just about completing formal qualifications, and I learned how much my creativity is inspired by new experiences and variety. Now, you could take exactly the same approach for any study, family duties, caring duties, or anything else that you may have done during your break. The good news is that LinkedIn has recently added a feature where you can describe your career break and you can put it in your experience section, so you can talk about it in a positive way like I've just described. You can populate this section by answering these questions. What did you do during your break? What did you enjoy most about your break? What did you learn that you could apply in your next chosen career? If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you like this video and you want to see more of us, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you'll find out exactly when we publish. And remember, what gets written down gets remembered. So please leave your main takeaway in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.